Houston, we have another problem, that we do. Well, this is the W-Fly transmitter. Now, on this side, we have the throttle, which is a fixed, non-sprung forward motion. And then you just have your rudder left and right, if you've got it set up that way. But on this side, we have an issue. It's just springing to the top. And that would be the elevator. So unless I want to constantly go into a nosedive, I have a bit of an issue here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart and we're going to see what's going on. And hopefully we're going to fix it. So that then goes into the middle. So it's central, basically supposed to spring back into the middle like so. But it's not. It is from left to right. So on the aileron, it's left to right. But yeah, on the elevator, it's not. And that is a bit of a problem. So let's take you to the overhead camera. I might have to go up a little bit on there and see what is going on. So we're going to take this thing apart and hopefully find a solution to repair it. Now, disclosure, I have actually done something similar to this before. But it wasn't this problem. I had a problem with the fact that there was no spring there at all. And I fixed it. I had to find a solution to it, for which I did. So anyway, but let's take the batteries out. We don't want the batteries in there at the moment. So there'll be some screws behind there, probably. Is there a screw behind there? No, there isn't. Anyway, I've got one there, one there, one there, one there. So it's 4 screws holding this thing together. So, what sort of screws are they? Just Phillips? There we go. Well, maybe that one then. That's a bit loose. A bit bigger one than that. That's a better one. There we go. Right, that's it. So I've got the magnetic dish there, so we don't lose the screws. I've got one here as well. So let's take this apart and just see whether or not it's fixable. I hope so. I don't really want to write off a transmitter for no good reason, if there ever is. So yeah, W-Fly, well, it's a cheap transmitter. I've got a Graupner over there as well, but this is kind of the one I use for messing about with. So currently, yeah. If I remember right, we have to get that screws out of there. There's more screws. That one's out there. There's 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure they're all out. Otherwise, what will happen is it'll fall on the floor or something. I won't realise. There we go. So that's 4 screws are out. Now this thing here, I can't remember how you do it now. But the aerial, the antenna, has a weird kind of arrangement where it like locks the 2 bits together, if I remember rightly. So anyway, let's start with that. Bit of grass inside there. Something's rattling. Yeah, definitely there's a rattle in there, which is not a good sign. Means that something's broken. Is it something that could be glued together again? I very much doubt it, because it very rarely works. I don't really want it falling apart when I'm flying on the plane. Currently, I've got this one set up to fly a one of them polystyrene planes from that are made radio controlled. For they're about £5 or something stupid from Lidl's. They're not the best things to fly. I don't think so. But what's going on here? So, yeah, it's this thing here then. So somehow I've got to try and separate this. What's holding it together? Oh, there's a ring on there. Is that a ring? Crikey. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to break it, do I? But that definitely looks like it goes either one side or the other. Goes into the other. Oh, like so. There it goes. Hey, I've done it. Right, so there we are. We have it apart. Did anything fall out when I did that? Nope, the rattly bit's on this side. Ah. If I look at that one. Hang on. Should there be another spring? maybe to there or something there to there. Maybe, I'm guessing. Because there's a screw on there, look. Or is that just a adjustment screw? But it's a router. What has fallen off? What is actually... let's remove these two bits here. It was in the middle one there, okay. Something's rattling. Oh! I don't know. My repair that I done, I think, has come off. Is there more to it than that? Not sure how it works. No, if I remember right, that is what I put in, which is a little brass pin that's cut off, and that's what I fitted. Let me just put that in that metal ditch so I don't lose it. I can't remember where I went. So this side here hasn't got this arrangement. This arrangement's been removed. And as you can see, I am. There's a pin there. You right?
Are you recording?
Yeah, I am recording.
When you're ready.
Okay, done. So I think it might have come off this side somewhere. So there's one there on that side, that pin there. I think that's what I replaced. So if I remove this spring off there, if I can. There you go. It should be evident that the repair that I did has actually failed. Yeah, it's gone. Basically, what I'll tell you what actually happened. I actually dropped this on the grass a minute ago. Yeah, so that pin here, if I remember rightly, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the pin's gone. So it is the same problem as I had last time. So when I dropped it, the pin fell out. Let's move that over there for a moment. So somehow I need to get that pin back in there and glue it back into place, because it was working. I think because I dropped it, it stopped working. And I can see the hole it went into. So somehow I need to get that back into there. That's going to be easy said and done, isn't it? Tiny, tiny little hole. I'll bring you a bit closer in a second. I need some long nose pliers. Yeah, like that. Let's bring it down a little bit lower. Hopefully that'll focus. Yeah, focusing, I think. Yeah. And I'll stick some light on. Hopefully I'll put more light on the matter. Now, I don't know if you can see that in there. There's a little bit in there which I've actually repaired before. And my repair has fallen out for some reason. Like I said, probably because I dropped it. Luckily, I suppose, looking on the bright side of it, at least it just fell out instead of actually breaking anything. So I need to get that back in the hole. It'll be easy said and done, isn't it? How am I going to do that? How did I do it last time? That's the question, isn't it? Oh, I see there's a gap there. And that's got to go back in that hole. I suppose what I could do is actually use the original pin, take one off the other side that ain't been used. Let's get in there. Ah, I dropped it. Nearly got it in. Dropped it again. Alright, this is very fiddly. And this is a little brass nail, basically, like a pin used for, oh yeah, it's in. Yeah, it's a pin that's used for, it's a panel pin. I used it because that's what I had. Now I could just put a little bit of glue on that. And it should hold itself into place. So I've got a feeling, do you know what I might do? I might see whether or not I can just remove one of these first. If I can get one of these ones in, that'd be better. I've got one. It's not been used, is it? So on this side, because it's the one that I've took the mechanism off for the throttle. It's a bit hard to get it. Oh, no. No, it doesn't come off very easy. Nah, I'm not going to get that out of there. Not that cause more damage. So I have to stay with that pin. The one that is not a very good fit, actually. I should use something slightly larger. As you can see, it's not a very good fit. But if I want to be sticking out a bit further than that, actually. Put a little bit of super glue around that. Might hold a little bit more. Yeah, because it'll go around the hole, you see. And then stabilise the pin. Leave it on there like that. I don't want it dripping down and sticking anything else. I'll just tip that a bit, making sure that pin stays the right angle. A bit of accelerator, speed up a little bit. Maybe do a couple of bits like that. Sure it's perpendicular to the side. Just near as damn it. Okay, and then maybe another little bit of super glue on this again. I'll hold it in the best that I can, don't I? And if you've got any obviously spare little pins you could use, it would be very handy, but I don't. Let's just make sure that's not interfering on anything, and it's not. And that is, it feels quite good now. Okay, so the next stage is I've got to get this back on to there like so. It goes on top of that pin there. Well, you can see that, okay? Then that sits on top of that pin. So the idea being is when that spring is on, it puts pressure on that. So you see that goes down in both directions then. It's sprung all over both directions. So I need to reinstall the spring, which fell into this, didn't it, somewhere? Which probably means I've dropped it somewhere. Oh dear. Where did I drop it? Oh, there it is. I found it. Right, so what I've got to do is the fiddly bit now. They're all fiddly bits, but I've got to get that spring over the hook, which is there, down the bottom there. I can see that. I'm just going to get another tool. We have these little things with points on the end like this, alright? Don't know what you call them, but they're very useful. And hopefully I can grab the end of that spring and put it over top of that little hook. Gotta say I'm hoping. It's very fiddly. In fact, it's going in totally the wrong direction. Maybe do the bottom bit first. I'm not thinking. Does that make more sense or not? So fiddly. It's so fiddly. Right. I don't even know. I might have told you this before if you watched me other videos, but I've got carpal tunnel syndrome. I've had the operations, but they're not. My hands are not as dexterous as they used to be. Okay, it's on there. And now I've got to get that onto there. Ooh. As you can probably tell. Right, so I need to get that on there. Oh, good. I mustn't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. There you go. What you could do, make life easier, a bit of blob super glue on the end and a bit of activator so it don't keep falling off as you're trying to do it. Is that cheating? Probably. Should go over the top of there like so, and then that should go over there like so. I think I've done it. I've done it. Good. So I'm not going to worry about putting it back together again at the minute. I just want to show you how it works. So it should spring in both directions. Yes, it's returning. So now it is working again. And remember, the only reason why it broke is because I dropped it, which is probably the same reason why it broke last time. Then I had to fix it. So I suppose the moral of the story is don't drop it. I don't know if you can see that in there, but there's a new pin in there, and it's connected to the side there, which then this little piece of plastic there presses on top of, providing the return. Anyway, there you go. It is possible. Is it a faff? Yes. Is it tricky? Yes. But I've done the job. All right, so now this transmitter is working again. So anyway, don't forget to beep the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel. Toodaloo.